Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So He does a lot more strength training just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Yo, what's going on? It's Antoine Taylor with Matrix QB. I'm so excited to announce our new book, The Quarterback Toolshed, strictly designed to help you slow the game down so that you can speed up. Whether you're a parent, a coach, or a player, it's jam-packed with information. We're going to help you slow the game down by giving you a mental processor so that you can speed up. This resource has all the things you need, from reading the defense, passing mechanics, pre-snap filters, coverage ID, and much, much more. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see you on the inside.
How can we help you see today? At A&J Optical, we offer frames for the entire family: Nike, MCM, Timberland, Victoria's Secret, Tom Ford, Clear Eye View, Ray-Ban, Guess, and our own A&J Optical line. We accept most insurance: Davis Vision, iMed, Anthem, United Health, Medicare, and Medicaid. We are located at 3629 North Clinton Street, right next door to Wood & Nickel.
A&J Optical.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Parkview Field. This is the last day of the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Series, and the first game of our doubleheader is between Whitko and Wabash. Whitko is the visiting team. Wabash is the home team for this particular game. Of course, it is a neutral site game, but Wabash getting to be the home team. You see them there on the field. Whitko comes in at 15-5. Wabash coming in with a record of 11-11. Here's a look at the lineup for the Whitko Wildcats. Logan Hoffman is their leadoff hitter. He starts in right field today. He'll be followed by Riley Harmon, who's starting on the mound. Batting third is Max Platt, the center fielder. Braden Kirkdorfer, the catcher, bats cleanup. First baseman Brent Bowers bats fifth. Second baseman Easton Grable bats sixth. Shortstop David Osley bats seventh. Left fielder Jackson Harper bats eighth. And rounding out the order is the starting third baseman for today, Isaiah Kripe. Go ahead and set the defense now for Whitko. Cooper Long starts at first base. Starting at second is Carter Booth. Starting at short is Keaton Fields. Starting at third is Trevor Daughtry. Starting in left field is Jason Tate. Starting in center field, Justin Booth. Starting in right field, Antonio Grant. There's a called strike on the first pitch. Starting on the mound is Andrew Dillon. Brayton Ice is catching his balls and strikes today. And apparently that one just caught the zone. Andrew Dillon off to a pretty good start so far in this game. He's facing Logan Hoffman here, the starting right fielder for Whitko. Both these teams out of the Three Rivers Conference. Hoffman squaring to bunt there with a 2-strike count. That's risky. If he fouls it off on a bunt attempt with 2 strikes, it's a strikeout. It's not the traditional foul ball rule. Squares again, and he pulls it back. 2-2 on the way. It's downstairs. Hoffman batting .339 on the season. And he walks to first to put the leadoff man aboard, and that will bring up Riley Harmon. Harmon batting .316 on the year. He has technically the third highest RBI total on the team. 16 ribbies. That's behind David Ousley and Braden Kirkdorfer. They've each driven in 17. They're tied for first in that category. On the wild catch, that first pitch catches a zone. Well, the first two pitches caught the zone when Logan Hoffman was at the plate. Andrew Dillon trying to settle down here. That one misses, 1-1 the count. So I was talking last night about Manchester, their state championship. Oh, they got him! They got him over at first base. Dillon picks off Logan Hoffman for the first out. And you could tell that he was going to be out by a mile when that throw came over. There was a good amount of space between him and the bag when the tag came. At least that's the way it looked. And now can Dillon bounce back? That ball is ripped into left field. It's playable. Oh, dropped. Jason Tate had a beat on it, and heading into second is Harmon. We'll see if they score that as a hit or an error. Tate had a chance at it. It was a hard hit ball. Tate had to veer to his left. As it is, it's a runner on second for the Wildcats. And that will send Max Platt to the plate. It's interesting to see what walk-up songs these kids come to the plate to. Max Platt just came up to the plate to Someday by Rob Thomas. It's taken for a called strike. If you don't know who Rob Thomas is, that's the former lead singer of Matchbox 20, who later on started a solo career. I think he started that about late 2004, early 2005 with the song Lonely No More. That one caught the zone apparently, and Platt's down in the count 0-2. Takes that one outside. Platt batting .333 on the season. He has 8 RBIs. He's got a chance to add to that with a runner on second. So far just one out in the first inning. That caught the corner, called strike 3. Andrew Dillon with his first K of the ball game. That'll send Braden Kirkdorfer to the plate. He has the second highest batting average of anybody on this Whitko ball club, behind David Ousley, who's batting .404. Kirkdorfer and Ousley, both with 17 RBIs. They lead the team in that category, as went to try and pick off Riley Harmon there. He gets back. I was about to mention, Manchester was here last night. They won a state championship in 2002, same year that Blackhawk Christian won a state championship. Braves have won 3 state championships in their history, and 2 of those they were coached by Mark Harmon. Not sure if that's any relation to Riley. I do know that it's not the same Mark Harmon who starred in NCIS. You can tell a difference between those two guys. This ball is lifted to the left side, a base hit. And running on contact was Harmon. He's coming home, and he is in. Good base running by Harmon with 2 outs. Throw down to second. And Kirkdorfer is out, trying to stretch it into a double to no avail, but Whitko is on the board. Well, Kirkdorfer sacrifices himself trying to turn an RBI single into a double. The sacrifice does not work in that regard. However, the hit works in getting a run home. And again, that was some good base running by Riley Harmon. We'll take a look at it here on the Traction AP replay. Obviously, good piece of hitting by Kirkdorfer as he gets his 18th RBI of the year. And you'll see on the replay, almost after the ball was hit, that's when Harmon took off. And with 2 outs, that is exactly what you were supposed to do. You were taught precisely to run on contact, and that is exactly what Harmon just did. But credit to Brayton Ice. Got in front of the bag, recognizing that he could not make the tag at home. And we'll take another look at that again. You'll see what happens here after the throw comes in. Jason Tate getting to it. His throw obviously short. Ice recognizing it, steps up in front of the plate and makes the throw to first. Carter Booth, the one who makes the tag for Wabash. Well, now while we have a moment, we will go ahead and give you the starting lineup for Wabash. Their leadoff hitter is Andrew Dillon. He's the starting pitcher. He's followed by Trevor Daughtry, the starting third baseman. Batting third is Keaton Fields, the starting shortstop. Batting cleanup is the left fielder Jason Tate. Second baseman Carter Booth bats fifth. Designated hitter Grayson Harner bats sixth. He's batting in the spot that would be occupied by Cooper Long if he were in the batting order. Catcher Brayton Ice, who made that great throw to get the out, bats seventh. He'll be followed by the right fielder Antonio Graft. And the center fielder Justin Booth will round out the batting order for the Wabash Apaches. Defensively for Whitko, Brent Bowers, there's an N in his name. It's not like Brent Favre, who, despite the way I just pronounced it, does not have an N in his first name. Brent Bowers starts at first base. Easton Grable starts at second. David Ousley starts at shortstop. Isaiah Kripe starts at third base. Starting in left field is Jackson Harper. Starting in center field is Max Platt. Starting in right field is Logan Hoffman. And starting behind the plate today is Braden Kirkdorfer. He'll catch the balls and strikes of Riley Harmon. Now, Riley Harmon has a 1.12 ERA this year. His record is 5-0. As far as wins and losses are concerned, that is the best record of anybody on this Whitko pitching staff. That ball is laced, but foul. Andrew Dillon got out in front of that one, but got in front of it a little too much. Harmon with 62 strikeouts. He leads the Wildcats in that category, but he throws this one right into the dirt. As for the man at the plate, Andrew Dillon is a senior. He's got 15 RBIs. He has the second highest total for the Apaches. He's right behind Keaton Fields, a junior. Dillon's batting average is .275. He bounces that one foul. As you see Dillon getting pitches that are closest to the zone. That one looked like it was on the inside corner, or at least very close to it if it was off the plate. Got out in front of the first pitch he saw and shot it foul. Here's the 1-2. Popped up. He's going to shoot that one foul and out of play. Of course, if you do any research on these these Warsaw Apaches, you might notice the W on their on their websites and on their logos, on their jerseys. That's obviously no surprise, as this one's bounced towards second base. Easton Grable's throw is just in time. I was about to say you might notice the orange W on the jerseys and on the websites that give you information about Wabash High School. That's obviously no surprise, but I believe I've seen Wayne W's that look like a similar design. Not that all of them do, but there does seem to be a similarity between the designs of the W for both Wayne and Wabash. Trevor Daughtry to the plate, swing and a miss. Actually got a piece of that one. Either way, it's an 0-1 count. Andrew Dillon put up a good battle just a minute ago when he was at the plate. We are, of course, at Parkview Field in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is the home of the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. They are the Class A High A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. I do believe the Tin Caps are currently in Dayton, Ohio, playing a 6-game series down there with the Dayton Dragons. Went to a couple of Dayton Dragons games growing up, although I think the Dragons have changed stadiums since then. Last time I went to a Dayton Dragons game was 2002. Things have certainly changed in Fort Wayne since then. Back then, the Fort Wayne Tin Caps were known as the Fort Wayne Wizards. They were not playing here at Parkview Field, I know that much. (3-1) popped up, shallow right field. Logan Hoffman coming on, he's got it! A sliding catch by Logan Hoffman out in right field. That ball looked like it might drop for a hit for Daughtry. Instead, it did not. Keaton Fields coming to the plate, and we'll show you what happened on this replay here in just a moment. But first, we'll show you what happens at the plate for Keaton Fields. Swing and a miss. So another look at our replay. Again, they're brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. This was a sliding catch. Hoffman charging in and just gets to it in time. Excellent job of getting to the ball on the part of Logan Hoffman. Meanwhile, Keaton Fields, a .468 batter. He has the highest average of anybody on this Wabash team. He's got 16 RBIs to go with that, and he's hit a home run. He's the only Apache on this team to hit a home run. Bounding ball hit toward third. It's playable. Fielded in fair territory. And the long throw to first from Isaiah Kripe gets the final out of the first inning. 1-2-3 go the Apaches, but not an easy battle. Whitko does keep him off the board. Back for the second inning in just a moment.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
We begin the second inning. 1-0 Whitko on top of Warsaw. Whitko will send their 5, 6, and 7 hitters to the plate. Brent Bowers, Easton Grable, and David Ousley coming up for the Whitko Wildcats. One run coming off an RBI single with 2 outs by Braden Kirkdorfer. He was thrown out at second, trying to turn that single into a double. But the run scored before he was tagged, so the run does count. Had it been a force play and he was retired before or even after the run came home, it would not count, but it was not a force play. First pitch swinging by Brent Bowers. He pops it up. Will it stay in play? Oh, it hits the top lip of that mesh. Both Keaton Fields and Trevor Daughtry ranged over, thinking they had a chance, and for a while it looked like they did. But it just crept off of that mesh. And Bowers remains in with an 0-1 count. Little breaking ball there. Dillon trying to be crafty with those breaking balls. That one looked like it was going to run in and hit Bowers, and it curved back, but did not curve back far enough. 1-1. Like he went with another one there, but it's 2-1. Brent Bowers wears the number 99. I'm not sure if Manny Ramirez started that trend, and I'm putting that word trend in air quotes. Not a whole lot of ball players wear the number 99. I know Manny Ramirez wore it when he joined the Dodgers middle of the 2008 season. Having the number 99 or a number anywhere in the 90s in Major League Baseball was rare, as that one's on the corner for a called strike, 3-2. That one misses inside, ball 4, and Bowers draws a leadoff walk, second inning in a row. But the Wildcats have gotten the leadoff man aboard via the walk. And Easton Grable will be the next batter. He's hitting .340 on the season. A couple of dangerous hitters coming up for Whitko. They got their leader in batting average, that is, batting in the 7th spot today. You can call that unconventional, but all that really means is you've got a dangerous hitter in the lower third of your lineup. It means as a pitcher and a defense, you got to be prepared no matter who you're facing. Called strike taken on the corner. There was a time when Nick Swisher was a number 9-hole hitter in the Yankees lineup. Of course, he went on to have a very good career. I have to correct myself on that one. He was a 9-hole hitter when he played for the Oakland A's. He was with the A's first, then the Yankees. That's popped up and out of play. Now, nowadays, the Yankees do get some good homegrown talent from their farm system. Still bring guys in via the trade, and of course, when you've got 27 World Series under your belt, that's a draw in and of itself. Not surprisingly, no one has more World Series than the Yankees. Swing and a miss by Easton Grable, and he strikes out. Big K there by Dillon. Well, here's David Owsley, and as I mentioned, he's batting .404. I didn't mention him by name moments ago. However, he is the number 7 hitter in the lineup for Whitko, batting .404 and leading the team in batting average. Was tied for the lead in RBIs up until Braden Kirkdorfer got his first RBI of the game, drove in the first run of the game. Which remains the only run of the game that was off that RBI single back in the first. Ousley's got a 1-1 count. Brent Bowers walked his way to first. By the way, we now know that Riley Harmon's line drive to left field was scored as a hit. So it's 2 hits to none so far for Whitko, in addition to the 1-run lead. That's flip foul. Bowers increases his lead on the secondary. They'll have to retreat back. It's a 2-2 count. Another one sent fouling out of play, and that one went off the base of the roof, or the front of the roof, I should say. Luckily, it missed the fans that are sitting a number of rows to our right. Hopefully, didn't hit anybody down below. Here's a 2-2. And Ousley fights off another one. He's putting together a good battle here. We had a no-hitter yesterday here at the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Series, courtesy of Maddox Wright of the Concordia Cadets, hoping the Cadets get over 500 for the year so far. They got 2 games remaining. Yesterday's game was against Wayne. They'll play at Wayne again tomorrow. Oh, look out. Ousley almost hit his first base coach. Takes that one up high. Pitch looked like it had a little break to it, that it broke downward. I think Dillon was trying to get Ousley to swing and miss there, but it's a 3-2 count. He's got a battle going on here with one down and one on. Fights that one up the middle, and it's a base hit. David Ousley puts runners on first and second for the Wildcats. A long battle. He must have gotten 10 pitches thereabout. The last one was a base hit to get runners on first and second for Jackson Harper. Harper's a .226 hitter on the season. He does have 13 RBIs. He's got ducks on the pond here with just one down. A little swing and a miss. That one looked like it had some break to it. Whitko is in South Whitley, Indiana. Part of Whitley County, the same county that Columbia City is a part of. Columbia City's about a 30-minute drive or so from here. Swing and a miss. Of course, it's down Highway 30, Columbia City is, and if you go even farther, you would end up in Warsaw. It's about another half hour to the west on your way to Chicago. Swing and a miss, and Harper is beside himself with that K, but Dillon with a big strikeout. Dillon's got his third strikeout of the ball game as Isaiah Kripe comes up, still trying to get a runner home. He's batting .353 with 12 ribbies, so Kripe, even though he's the 9-hole hitter, has no slouch at the plate. He pops up the first pitch, and that's going to crawl out of play. Well, it looked like that one landed a seat or two away from a lady in the stands. Heard a loud reaction there from one of the fans, and the ball boy bringing one back for the umpire, and I think he just gave him a word of thanks. Not only can I not hear him in that conversation down there on the field, I wasn't in a position to read anyone's lips either. Swing and a miss, and Kripe is behind in the count 0-2. Dillon's got a chance to get out of this inning. Whitko at 15-5. Wabash trying to get over 500. First, Andrew Dillon is trying to keep it a 1-0 game. Got him on the corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dillon to end the inning after the Wildcats put runners on first and second. We're back for the bottom of the second inning in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
We are back here at Parkview Field. This is the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Series right here on SummitCitySports.com. 2 big strikeouts by Andrew Dillon to get out of the top half of that second inning after Whitko put runners on first and second. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming to the plate for the Apaches here in the bottom half of the second. This is Jason Tate leading things off for him. Tate batting .230 on the season with 11 RBIs. He's got the 3rd highest RBI total for the Apaches this year. Pops up the first pitch. Back goes Kripe into foul territory, and he's got it. Well, to Wabash's credit, they have not been afraid to swing the bat today. But sometimes you swing the bat and you get a little bit under the pitch and you pop it up to third, kind of like what Jason Tate just did. Carter Booth will step to the plate. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Make it 1-1. Riley Harmon doesn't have a strikeout yet in this game. Did work a 1-2-3 first with a little help from his defense. Make it 1-2 after that swing and a miss. That one runs inside. Driven to right field. Hoffman's there, and he's got it. Hoffman made a sliding catch earlier with Trevor Daughtry at the plate. Took away a base hit from him. Grayson Harner, the DH, coming to the plate now. Harner bounces that one. It's going to roll foul, just barely. Braden Kirkdorfer waited just a little bit long enough for that to roll foul. Check swing, it didn't matter. It caught the zone. On the corner, called strike 3. Harmon gets his first of the game. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings put together by Harmon and this Whitko defense. We'll be back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
To the bottom of the second we go. Whitko leading Wabash 1-0. And of course, we do re-enter to Indiana's own John Mellencamp singing Pink Houses over the intercom here at Parkview Field. Top of the order coming up, Logan Hoffman. Walked his last time up and then was picked off. Hoffman's played pretty well out in right field. He lines that one the other way, but it hangs in the air for Carter Booth, who makes the catch. Looked at first like it might be a leadoff single, but ball died down and Booth was able to pull it in. We'll send Riley Harmon to the plate. He singled his last time up, and it was a hard hit ball to left field. One that Jason Tate just couldn't handle. Range to his left to get it. It was a base hit. Harmon fights off the first pitch. It's out of play. And, oh, that's a dangerous reach over there. The fans just reach over the video board there on the first base side. Here's the 0-1. Popped him up. Ranging over from third is Daughtry, and he's got it falling to his back, but he holds on. And that's Max Platt coming to the plate with 2 down and nobody on. That's in there for a called strike. A little breaking ball there from Dillon. Well, Whitko got the early run, but Dillon has so far settled down. That one's bounced right toward first. Cooper Long is there, and he'll take it himself. Some early swings there from the Wildcats, but those swings don't produce any runs in this case. But the Wildcats still lead it 1-0. Bottom of the third coming up, but we've got some words to get in from our sponsors that allow us to do these games that we get to do so often right here on SummitCitySports.com. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group celebrating their 70th year in business. Shop all 14 of their brands online at drivekelly.com. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you to find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process, from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business, a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com for more. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you, whether it means expunging your criminal record or helping you to get your driver's license reinstated? If so, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. We are in the bottom half of the third. Back-to-back scoreless innings delivered by the Wabash defense. 1-2-3 inning last time around. They'd have the walk and the single back in the second, but Andrew Dillon was able to settle down the Wildcats the last couple outs of the inning. First pitch is a ball from Harmon. It's the bottom of the order coming to the plate for Wabash. Braden Ice. Swing and a miss. Ice is the starting catcher. Antonio Grant and Justin Booth will follow him in the lineup. Popped up to the right side. Hoffman ranging over, but instead it's going to be the second baseman, Easton Grable, who pulls it in.
Number 15, Antonio Grant.
They'll send Antonio Grant to the plate. He squares to bunt, but takes it for a called strike. Whitko has yet to put a runner, Wabash has yet to put a runner on base. That's upstairs, 1-1. Whitko had put runners on base in each of the first two innings. It's bounced toward first and foul. Bowers was there in good position. Had to wait on it, though. 1-2 the count. It'll be the middle of the order coming up for Whitko their next time around. But right now, Wabash trying to get a man on base, and that's taken downstairs for a ball. Full count on Grant. He's batting .185 on the season. But he's got a chance to get on base for the number 9 hitter Justin Booth, but a swing and a miss and a huge strikeout for Riley Harmon.
Number 11, Justin Booth.
That will send Justin Booth to the plate. Booth batting .283 on the year, 8 RBIs. That misses downstairs. Slaps that one foul. Wabash has been putting some good swings on the ball, but have not been able to get hits out of them yet. On the ground, foul. down and away, ball one. Ball two, rather. 2-2 the count here on Justin Booth. Harmon's got 2 strikeouts so far. Slapped the other way, and that's a base hit. Booth breaks up the no-hitter, and that one gets by Hoffman. Booth turning for third, and he's in, sliding down. Would have been in standing up. There was no throw. Officially, it's a single, plus the 2 extra bases as the ball got past Hoffman. And Andrew Dillon's got a chance to tie it up. With a 2-strike count, Booth. The 9-hole hitter comes up with a base knock. And Booth was getting a good-sized secondary lead over there at third. I wonder if he's going to try and steal home. Initial lead was short. Now he's in a sprinter stance. Yeah, right now it's a very short lead as he's going to start charging in on the pitch, and it's a called strike. So far, Booth has not come home. For the way he's running on his secondary, I can't help but wonder, is he going to try and make an effort to steal home? He's also not getting a very big lead, though. Line drive, caught at second base. Easton Grable had to reach back, but he made the catch. It's a scoreless inning in the bottom of the third. Whitko still leads 1-0, despite Wabash threatening. They get their first hit of the game, but they don't score. We're back for the top of the fourth in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Well, moments ago, Isaiah Kripe catching the line drive to rob a base hit, which would have been an RBI knock for Andrew Dillon. But it remains a 1-0 lead. Would have been an RBI for Dillon because he had Justin Booth. They're camped out at third base. And Dillon hit it hard, but right at Easton Grable. Here's Braden Kirkdorfer coming to the plate. Takes that one downstairs for a ball. Kirkdorfer has driven in the only run of the game for either team, an RBI single. He tried to turn it into a double, but he got thrown out on his way to second. That happened after Riley Harmon scored the run, so the run counted, but the out ended the inning. It's a 2-1 count here on Kirkdorfer. Be followed by Brent Bowers and Easton Grable. Grable, who made that great play over at second base to rob an RBI single from Andrew Dillon. Liner into center field. Booth has it drop right in front of him. Had a chance at it, but it's back-to-back singles for Braden Kirkdorfer, this one to lead off the fourth. That will send Brent Bowers to the plate. Bowers walked his last time up. He's batting just 174 on the year. He does have 12 RBIs, though. But right now he's got the catcher camped out at first. It's the fourth hit of the game for Whitko. Do have the one error that happened at the top of this inning. Happened courtesy of Riley Hoffman, who's made some pretty good plays out in right field. It's uncharacteristic for him to make an error, but he made one. But the Wildcats got out of it. Northfield and Southwood is the game coming up next. That's on the corner. That'll make it a 1-2 count. Called strike three. Well, I tell you what, Andrew Dillon having a pretty good game there on the mound. That's his fifth strikeout so far in 3 1/3 innings. He'll face Easton Grable now. Easton Grable, David Ousley, and possibly Jackson Harper due up next. We'll see what happens in these next couple at bats. Kirkdorfer's back in.
Now batting number 7, Easton Grable.
Easton Grable's a .340 hitter on the season. He takes that one down and away. Grable has the third highest batting average coming into this game. Of course, he's just a shade above Logan Hoffman. Hoffman's batting .339. Apparently that just caught the corner. Kirkdorfer with a single to lead off this fourth inning for Whitko, and that's downstairs, make it 2-1. Grable did strike out his last time up. He's dealing with a 2-1 count here. It's on the way, and that's in there for a called strike. The outer part of the plate, it looked like. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dillon.
Number 5, David Owsley.
That'll send David Owsley to the plate. He's batting .404 on the year, and he's also got 17 RBIs, which is now second on the team. Braden Kirkdorfer got one earlier today. Comes up with a runner on third. Throw back to first, not in time. Liner hit into center field. But this time Booth is able to get there and pull it in for the final out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dillon. Wabash still in it. It's 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Back here at Parkview Field in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Going to get in a word from a couple more of our sponsors here in just a second. Shioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu for more. Well, Wabash finally got on the board hit-wise. Bottom half of the third inning, a 2-out single by Justin Booth that turned almost into a triple. He did make it to third. That's because Logan Hoffman bobbled the ball out there in right field, allowing him to advance 2 bases. First pitch is a strike. This is Trevor Daughtry at the plate. Daughtry, a freshman, he's batting .368 on the year. Just 2 RBIs, but he's getting on base. It's interesting to think how so many high school ball players end up with batting averages in the 400s or 500s. That one's lined towards second. Oh, it skips off the glove of Grable and into the outfield. A big turn there by Daughtry, but he slows down. Thinking that one's going to go as a single for Daughtry, as Keaton Fields comes to the plate. Fields 0 for 1. Grounded out to third in his last time up. Laced right to third and dropped. Off the glove of Kripe. We'll see how they score that one. Still off the bag for the moment was Daughtry. Bowers was coming over to cover and try and apply the tag if they could get the ball to him, but Daughtry gets back. It will be back-to-back singles for Wabash. Now, that's 2 straight singles where Whitko had a chance to make a play on the ball, but just could not do so. And Jason Tate has runners on first and second. Apache's looking for a big inning here in the bottom of the 4th. He squares to bunt, and it's foul. They throw back to first, and that hits the runner. There was not a balk called there. Harmon at first looked like he was going to the plate. The question is, did he start his forward motion to the plate? If he had, then it would be a balk. If he had not, it would all be legal on Harmon's part, as Jason Tate calls time. Tate batting .230 on the year. He does have 11 RBIs and a chance to drive one in here and even up this game. He squares to bunt. That pitch gets away, and the runners will advance 90 feet. It's 1-1 on Tate. And now he's got 2 runners in scoring position. Keaton Fields at second, Trevor Daughtry at third. Infielders are playing in for Whitko. Tate likely looking to elevate the ball here. Even though there's no force out in play, the infielders being in, there could be a play of the plate, and Tate wants to avoid that. Oh, that looked like a good pitch. It's called ball 2 in the end. Lifted to left field. That's going to be playable for Jackson Harper, but tagging at third and coming home is Trevor Daughtry, and Wabash is on the board.
Now batting 3, Carter Booth.
Jason Tate with the sac fly. And Wabash has tied it up. Carter Booth will come up. Still a runner camped out at second. That's Fields, who got the second straight single this inning for Wabash. Now looking back to first was Harmon. It looked like he did not go across that invisible plane. The coaches will come out to talk to him. Cody York is the head coach for Whitko, and for a second he might be asking for the ball here, but he's not doing so. We'll come back in just a moment. Actually, we'll go ahead and get a word in from another one of our sponsors before we go any further. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. One to one, a sacrifice fly by Jason Tate, getting Wabash on the board. That's after back-to-back singles, one by Trevor Daughtry and the other by Keaton Fields. Grayson Harner, not Horner, will step to the plate. Obviously not to be confused with Nico Horner of the Chicago Cubs. He's their starting second baseman. Harner's the DH in the lineup. He's 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout. There goes a runner on his way to third. Throw gets away. And coming home is Keaton Fields to give Wabash the lead.
Now batting 7, Grayson Harner.
The pitch was a ball, as Keaton Fields makes it 2-1 in Whitko's favor. Harner pops that one up on the left side. Drifting back is Ousley. Wants the over-the-shoulder catch, doesn't have it. Throw's going to come home right at the plate, not in time. The throw got away. Grayson Harner with an RBI single make it 3-1 Wabash. That was a tough play. Ousley looking over his shoulder, tried to make the grab, but was unable to. This is Brayton Ice coming in. It's a 3-run inning for the Apaches. Started off with back-to-back singles, Trevor Daughtry and Keaton Fields coming up with them. Jason Tate then with the sac fly. That was followed by the walk to Carter Booth, and then the RBI single by Grayson Harner. Want to know the count to Brayton Ice, and he fouls it off. Throw over, it's not in time. We have had a successful pickoff in this ball game. That was in the top of the first. Logan Hoffman was picked off after a walk. That one does catch the zone, 1-2. That'll miss downstairs. Throw back, and it's not in time. That one runs inside. Ice, just 191 on the year. There goes the runner. That one's bounced foul. Landon Humbert is the runner on first right now, serving as a courtesy runner for the DH. Ground ball hit towards short. Ousley with a flip to second. The relay from Grable. It's in time. A 4-6-3 double play to end the fourth inning, but it's a productive fourth inning. 3-run score, and Wabash goes on top 3-1. We're back in a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.
It'll be Jackson Harper to lead off in the top half of the fifth inning here at Parkview Field in Fort Wayne, Indiana. takes a called strike. Andrew Dillon has really settled down after giving up that early run on Braden Kirkdorfer's RBI single. Dillon with 6 strikeouts in the ball game. Includes a second inning where he struck out the side. Got a 1-2 count on Jackson Harper, and Harper puts it down the line for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for Harper. It'll send Isaiah Kripe to the plate.
Number 4, Isaiah Kripe.
Kripe 0 for 1. He's struck out once in the ball game. And Dillon not only has those 6 strikeouts, so far he hasn't given up a run since that first inning. He's given up a grand total of 5 hits. First pitch is called a strike. Sent fouling out of play. I believe that's Southwood that's walking down from the concourse. They'll be playing Northfield in our next game. Game scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Get started right at 7 if there's more than 30 minutes between this game and that one. There's a big strikeout by Dillon after the leadoff single. 7th of the game. Logan Hoffman coming to the plate. So at the top of the order, he squares to bunt and pokes it foul. Throw back to first is not in time. Hoffman walked his first at bat and was picked off. Dillon was trying to do just that with Harper over there at first. This time Hoffman pulls the bunt back and takes it for ball 1. One is downstairs. On deck is Riley Harmon. He'll be followed by Max Platt if we get that far. Of course, no guarantee we'll get to Harmon either. Still a double play in order. Throw it back to first. Oh, close play. Hoffman was back there in time. Popped him up, and that's going out of play, 2-2. Now you'd think that they'd take the bunt sign off here. However, Hoffman continued to square in his first at bat of the game, even with 2 strikes. Time called before the pitch. That one will not count. Dillon's wishing it would have. It would have been strike 3. There's a 2-2, and that misses off the plate, 3-2. Swing and a miss. There's the strikeout for Dillon. Two Ks in a row for Andrew Dillon after the leadoff single, and Riley Harmon coming up. That's down and in on Harmon, ball one. On the corner for a called strike, 1-1. Pounded toward third. Off the glove of Trevor Daughtry. The throw back to third, however, Harper stays at second. It's a two-out single for Harmon, and the Wildcats have runners on first and second. Here's Max Platt, batting .333 on the year. He's got 8 RBIs and a chance to help pull Whitko within 1. Slap foul the other way. That's inside. Platt takes that one downstairs. Bluffing the steal was Harper at second. Popped up on the infield. Dillon calls for it and makes the catch. Wildcats get runners to first and second, but they do not score. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth inning here in just a moment on Parkview, on SummitCitySports.com, live from the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Classic.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that is just here, man. It's really cool.
Well, here's Antonio Grant coming to the plate for Wabash. They lead it 3-1. Whitko pushed a run across in the first inning, but they've been held scoreless ever since. Wabash getting their 3 runs at the bottom of the 4th. Grant takes that one downstairs. It's 1-1. Make it 2-1 rather. Antonio Grant so far 0 for 1 in the ball game. On the season he's batting .185, but he's looking to get the leadoff man on base here. It's a pitch away from doing just that. That's exactly what will happen. Grant draws the leadoff walk. That'll send the 9-hole hitter Justin Booth to the plate. Grant able to get back to first just in time. A first pitch strike from Riley Harmon. This is his 5th inning of work. Squaring to bunt is Booth. Does not make contact. Pulled it back to even the count. Booth singled his last time up. That was a 2-out single. First hit of the game for Wabash. That's right, Harmon had a no-hitter going. Actually had a perfect game going. But Booth broke that up. Broke up both of those things. 1-2 the count here. Whitko has out-hit Wabash 6-4 so far. Down and away. Kirkdorfer able to gather it. Another one misses down and away. Andrew Dillon is on deck. He's the leadoff hitter in the lineup for the Apaches, and he does draw a walk. Back-to-back walks to start out this 5th inning. Andrew Dillon will come up with runners on first and second. That one's called a strike, apparently caught the bottom of the zone. Dillon's 0 for 2, a line out to second and a ground out to first, or ground out to second rather. Harmon looks back, no throw. Whitko comes into this game at 15-5. Wabash came in at 11-11. They're looking for the upset. That's lined up the middle, base hit. Andrew Dillon pokes one through. Here comes Grant. He puts on the brakes, a good throw. Kirkdorfer knocks it down. Wise decision by Grant to get back. Wabash has loaded the bases with nobody out, and they've got Trevor Daughtry coming to the plate. Well, while Garth Brooks was calling Baton Rouge just there, Wabash is calling for a couple of runs. Trevor Daughtry looking to provide them. Takes first pitch off the plate. Daughtry has just 2 RBIs on the year, but he's batting .368, and he fights that one off. It was a 3-run inning for Wabash in the 4th. They'd been held scoreless up to that point. They did not get a hit until the 3rd inning. That's pounded toward the mound. Harmon comes home, and Kirkdorfer got the foot back on the bag. Whitko gets the force at the plate. Bases remain loaded. But Grant is erased at the plate. Keaton Field standing, and that's a pretty big secondary lead by Justin Booth over there at third. Skips in the dirt. Kirkdorfer able to block it. Keaton Fields leads the Apaches in both RBIs and batting average. 16 ribbies on the year. He's batting .468, working with a 2-0 count. That's ball 3. Now we'll see whether he gets the green light here with the bases loaded. Fields being the best hitter on this team average-wise and run production-wise. It's ball 4. Didn't really need the green light. It's going to be a 4-1 lead for Wabash. Jason Tate will step up. He got the first run of the game for Wabash, as we might see a pitching change here. I think that's Cody York out there talking with the starting pitcher Riley Harmon. And he might be leaving him in here. A long discussion. Gives us just enough chance to get a word in from the good folks at Parkview Sports Medicine. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. We are the region's largest integrated sports medicine team, providing athletes specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. Go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more. This Parkview Sports Medicine is sponsoring this series of games here at Parkview Field. 11 high school games, 1 college game. That was St. Francis versus Manchester. First pitch is called a strike to Jason Tate. He had the sac fly that got Wabash on the board. It was back in the bottom of the 4th inning. He squares to bunt. The runner comes home. Kirkdorfer with the tag. He was late to react, but just in time in the end. Andrew Dillon was trying to steal home, and Kirkdorfer tags him out. Still runners on first and third. Now the umpires look like they're going to talk this over. Right now the scoreboard still shows 4-1 in favor of Wabash. Did get the one run on the bases loaded walk to Keaton Fields. As it stands, Tate's got an 0-2 count. And going for a double steal are the Apaches. The throw's going to come home. And that's 3 runners cut down at the plate by the Wildcats as Kirkdorfer tags out Harper on his way home. Wabash does get a run. They lead it 4-1 over Whitko as we go to the bottom, or the top half rather, of the 6th.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Well, Braden Kirkdorfer basically recorded all 3 outs at the plate. The bottom of the 5th just moments ago. The force play at home with the bases loaded. Of course, he obviously got some help from Riley Harmon on that one. Then he tagged out Andrew Dillon trying to steal home. Then he tagged out Trevor Daughtry as he tried to come home on a double steal. Popped up, and that's going to climb out of play. Called strike 3 on the corner. And Andrew Dillon continuing to gut him down at the plate. They'll send Brent Bowers to the plate. Bowers is 0 for 1. He has walked but also struck out in this game. As Bowers takes that one off the plate for ball 1. That one does catch the zone. It's 1-1 delivery, that's downstairs. Dillon delivers downstairs again, 3-1. Ball 4, a one-out walk to Bowers.
Number 7, Easton Grable.
They'll send Easton Grable to the plate. Well, it's been a good ball game for Andrew Dillon, particularly on the mound. He struck out 8 batters today, and now he'll face Grable as a courtesy runner comes in. That's number 1, Preston Farrar, a freshman, serving as the courtesy runner here for the first baseman Bowers. Easton Grable has struck out twice so far in this game. Now, Whitko, they have not scored. Since the top of the first inning. Braden Kirkdorfer gave him an RBI single. He tried to turn it into a double, but was cut down on his way to second. Now Dillon's going to get a little visit here after the 5-pitch walk moments ago to Bowers. He starts off Grable with the ball also. There's nobody warming up in the Wabash pen yet. Wabash has one of their coaches out there. Jack Hawley is the head coach. Now for Jack Hawley, he's been the head coach at Wabash since 2015. He's been coaching at Wabash, though, since 1993, and he actually was the head football coach from 2001 to 2005. He's not the only guy who's coached multiple sports. There's plenty of those around the country, really. Of course, here in Fort Wayne, over at Bishop Dwenger, they have Jason Garrett, who coaches baseball and football. He's a head coach for both teams. Garrett's Saints just knocked off Snyder last night. It was a 4-1 win for the Saints. They'll be at Snyder tomorrow night. Dwenger wins, they win the SAC outright. If Snyder wins, they'll tie for first place in the SAC. Throw back to first, and Farrar is in safely. If that were to happen, it'd be the second year in a row that Dwenger and Snyder tied for first in the SAC. That's a ball upstairs, 2-1. On the ground towards short. Fields has it, gets the out at second. Booth with the relay, double play to end the inning. Wabash remains on top as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Well, Jason Tate gets to basically restart his at-bat after seeing Trevor Daughtry get cut down at the plate last time Wabash went to bat. Wabash did get 1 run out of that inning, but they had 3 runners cut down at the plate by Braden Kirkdorfer. Swing and a miss. That is still Riley Harmon out there for Whitko. It's his 6th inning of work. He's upstairs with that one, 1-2. Now Wabash will get some action in their bullpen. It's hard to tell who the number is. I'll try and let you know who that is when I see a clear look at the number. Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout for Harmon to start off the bottom of the 6th. That'll send Carter Booth to the plate. Carter Booth so far 0 for 1. He's lined out to right field. A guy who was just up, Jason Tate, he's part of a fairly good junior class. Not really a deep junior class at Wabash, but he and Keaton Fields are both part of that junior class. I did ask Jack Hawley about them coming into this game. He said, and I quote, both Tate and Fields are definitely leaders on the field. They have a very high motor and they play hard. We've challenged them to continue to grow as leaders in the dugout and in the school. Really, the entire junior group are this way, looking forward to seeing them grow into great young men. That's just a few of the things that head coach Jack Hawley had to say about his juniors, in particular Jason Tate and Keaton Fields. Fields has walked in a run today. Tate has driven one in on a sacrifice fly. Meanwhile, it's a full count here to Carter Booth. He's walked once already. Grayson Harner, who's got an RBI single, waits on deck. Ball 4. And it is a 1-out walk to Carter Booth. His 2nd walk of the ball game, and now here is Grayson Harner. Check that, it's going to be Derek Reed, a pinch hitter. We'll see if he goes in defensively as well. Reed is a freshman, getting a chance to come on with a runner on first and one down here in the bottom of the sixth for Whitko. For Wabash. Wabash got 3 runs in the fourth, added 1 more in the fifth. They actually loaded the bases in the fifth, but 3 of their runners were tagged out at the plate. Actually, 2 of them were tagged out. The first one was retired on a force out. There goes the runner. Booth down into second with a stolen base. Pitch was a ball. It's 1-0 on Derek Reed. And now he's got a runner in scoring position looking to add to this lead for the Apaches. There's the 1-0, and that one gets away. Booth is into third on a wild pitch. A stolen base and a wild pitch since Booth walked. And this one is lifted to shallow left field, and it's going to be caught by David Ousley. Second out of the inning, and a huge one that could prove to be. We come back in the seventh, it'll be Whitko's last chance to get a couple of runs across the plate as Brayton Ice comes to the plate. First pitch swinging, it's lined into left field, but caught. Jackson Harper ranges to his right for the final out of the sixth. We will go to the seventh. Wabash leading 4-1 over Whitko here on SummitCitySports.com. Before we do, we'll get in a few quick words from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. Or we'll get one quick word in from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. Well, we'll hear from Parkview Sports Medicine in a little bit, but for now we'll go to break.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Well, now we'll try and see if we can't get that word in from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. We'll go ahead and give them the reader. Apologies if you can't see the graphic there. Parkview Sports Medicine is the area's largest integrated sports medicine team, specialized in serving every level of athlete. No matter if they're trying to get better at what they do or recovering from an injury, our experts coordinate your care in state-of-the-art facilities in our community. To start your journey, visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com. We are in the 7th inning, and there is a new pitcher. Check that. It's still Dillon. It's Andrew Dillon who's out there pitching. He's going to go for a complete game here, or at least try to get the first couple outs of this inning. Wabash did have a reliever throwing in the pen not too long ago, but that's no longer the case. David Owsley coming to the plate to lead things off. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to center. First pitch misses upstairs. Dillon has settled down after giving up that RBI single in inning number 1. As this one's fought off and out of play. Nine strikeouts in the game so far for Andrew Dillon. And dealing with a dangerous hitter here as Owsley, one of the leading run producers on this Whitko team, but it's a called strike here, 1-2. One-two delivery, caught by Dillon on the liner. Heck of a catch by Andrew Dillon to get the first out of the inning. That was a dangerous hitter as, well, in case you recognize the music, Whitko is trying to put Wabash in the danger zone. Swing and a miss here. Jackson Harper, the batter. Takes that one down, 1-1. Two-one delivery from Dillon. It's fought off. To make it 2-2 again, Dillon has him in a 2-strike count. Swing and a miss, ball's in the dirt. Going to throw down to first and complete the strikeout. And that's the 10th strikeout of the game for Andrew Dillon. We'll send Isaiah Kripe to the plate. Kripe fights off the first one. Whitko down to their last out. Up the middle, through Dillon. Backhanded at second by Booth, no throw. Looks like it's going to go as an infield single for Isaiah Kripe in the number 9 spot in the lineup. 7th hit of the game for Whitko. And the leadoff hitter, Logan Hoffman, will come to the plate. It was taken up and away. Logan Hoffman made a couple of nice plays out in right field today. So far, though, he's hitless at the plate. He has walked, but he's also popped out to second and struck out. Whitko still down to their last out, but Dillon looking to finish him off. He's behind in the count so far at 2-0. Make it a 3-0 count. That one's called a strike. Upper part of the zone. Hoffman takes, it's ball 4. The Wildcats have runners on first and second with 2 down. Riley Harmon coming up. He's 2 for 3 so far, and we'll see if Jack Hawley makes a move. He's signaling to the umpire. It looks like he's going to make a move. While we have a chance, we will go ahead and try to get another word from the folks at Parkview Sports Medicine. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport 1 Parkview Fieldhouse. No referral needed, saving you time and money. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more. Instead, Dillon's going to stay out there. Try to get the last out here with Riley Harmon. Right now, Harmon represents the tying run. Goes after the first pitch. It's playable out in right field. And Grant makes the catch along the right field line, and Wabash wins it. They upset Whitko 4-1 to go to 12-11 on the season. Well, that's going to do it for game 1 of our doubleheader. Wabash a winner 4-1. And our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is going to be Andrew Dillon. A well-pitched game, a complete game. He gets the win and throws 10 strikeouts, only gives up the 1 run. Able to strand a number of runners on the base paths. Andrew Dillon, your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. And that will do it for game number 1 of our doubleheader. Don't forget, game 2 is coming up at about 7 o'clock. That'll be Southwood versus Northfield coming up here at Parkview Field. In the meantime, for my cameraman, Matt Jackson, this is Thad Goff saying so long for now. We hope you'll join us in about 30 minutes for Game 2. Game 1, Wabash wins at 4-1. You're watching the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Classic right here on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.